Hello everybody, and welcome to the Yu-Gi-Oh! Dynasty Series subscriber duels. We're in round 2 of our tournament, and right now it's going to be a super hype duel because it's Jaden Yuki, or Shmaden Shmuki, versus good old-fashioned Aster Phoenix. Shmaden Shmuki managed to defeat Professor Crowler in round 1, Aster Phoenix got a skip into round 2, and we're going to see how these guys do. Card Trooper could be a very good start if it throws away some good monsters that you don't want to have in your deck. But, you know, other than that, it's kind of just going to die. And no trap cards to defend it, which means we're about to see our friend here, Aster Phoenix, go to town. So, Shmaden, will you be showing us any of your legendary fusion monsters today, or will we be watching a death? Destiny Draw will be coming through first, and maybe we'll get to see one of your fusion monsters, Aster Phoenix, but we'll see. So Aster Phoenix's turn is currently going on. They're thinking about what they're going to do with all these new cards they have in hand. And Destiny Hero Dasher in the grave, but nothing's going to come from it so far. Terraforming could get them, what's the city called again? Yeah, the Clock Tower Prison, which can be used as a stall card after 4 counters. So let's see if there is something Paul can do to deal with that. And now we'll see. So this Clock Tower doesn't do anything at 1 counter. You need to get 4 counters for it to matter. Instant Fusion may be gone, but as long as Paul has multiple monsters to use, they'll be able to get through this. Because they need to they're on a time limit now. They need to destroy the opponent before that Clock Tower gets to 4 counters. Otherwise, they're going to need to get an MST and destroy it before it becomes a problem. So, Card Trooper will be the first to go in, and it cannot defeat the Clayman. That's right. Elemental Hero Clayman will defend Aster Phoenix. So, what are you going to do now? You're already running out of time, and you couldn't even break through the defenses of your opponent. Your fusions, a lot of stuff might be in the grave. Actually, can't we check? Let's check the grave. Let's see. Ooh, Neos got dropped, which is really good, but Oversoul got dropped with him. I'm pretty sure it's fine, but that's not good to lose Oversoul right there. Dusty Hero Dasher will allow you to summon your Dusty Hero Dunker, I believe that was. I didn't get a good look at him. And yes, it was Dunker, who also has good defense and can wait for Clock Tower Prison to receive its 4 counters. So, let's see what happens. Do you have another monster you wish to summon? I do know for a fact Aster Phoenix doesn't need that Clock Tower Prison. If they get 3 monsters on the field, they could summon one of their boss monsters. And their boss monsters are horrifyingly strong, so we shall see. They're still thinking about it. There's never a reason not to go for your best monster. But we will see. Aster Phoenix still thinking. Still trying to figure out which of those cards matter. There are 4 cards in hand. I assume one of them's a monster you could at least set. Of course, you know what? Aster Phoenix did have one of the brickier decks. But if you don't have a monster to set, then what's the point of all this thinking? That's my question. Alright. Now, if they get the Clock Tower Prisons, guys, the big thing you need to understand is if they get to 4 spell counters, they can summon Dreadmaster. Dreadmaster, after summoning a bunch of other monsters, would be pretty powerful. And it looks like Over Destiny will be the first card to be played. They probably were just reading this card. Target 1 Destiny Hero monster in your graveyard, special summon 1 Destiny Hero monster from your deck, whose level is less than or equal to half of those targets' levels. Which Destiny Hero command... Oh, really? That's way less. But it could be used for what I've been talking about. They still have a normal summon. Diamond Dude, that's a normal summon. But the question is, do you have the monster I've been talking about? One of your boss monsters that require 3 monsters to special summon. You bet your ass you do. And that monster is Destiny Hero Dogma. That is Aster Phoenix's boss monster in the early parts of Season 2. Literally one of the strongest cards in his deck. If not the strongest in terms of attack points. Alright, Card Trooper dying is not the worst thing in the world. You at least get to draw a card for that. But Dogma is going to be the worst thing in the world because not only will it do heavy damage to you, but at the end, or the beginning of your turn or the end of this turn, you're about to lose half your life points as part of his effect. And it turns out it's going to be... Waiting for it. Dogma's effect activates and you lose 2,500. And the Clock Tower still says you're on a time limit. So let's see what happens. Taking out Dogma will be extremely difficult. It's going to take a fusion to deal with that. 100%. And I'm thinking more of a Neospatian fusion, but we'll see what we can get. Good luck to you, Paul. I would be horrified if I were you, but good luck to you. You have a huge hand. Maybe you can make that work. But I'll understand if you can't, because I've also been faced with these kind of situations when I was playing the World Championship 2007 series. But we'll see. Alright. Staring down a Dogma, Diamond Dude, 6 cards in hand. No combos to think of, or are you just reading a card that you don't remember? Which is understandable. Yu-Gi-Oh! GX Season 2 did have a lot of interesting anime cards that a lot of people did not use in real life. They were just like, oh, this card's kind of weird. I don't really want it. Let's go with a more staple, you know? Let's go with a staple card. We don't need these complicated situational cards. So, going with that, let's go ahead and check out Dogma. Dogma stuff, yeah, it already did all of its effects, but yeah, it's a special summon for tributing 3 monsters. So basically, they summoned like 4 monsters in one turn last turn. And Diamond Dude is so busted. The fact that he could just, if you get a normal spell card at the top of your deck, you literally throw it to the grave, and then your next turn you get to use its effect, no cost. So you can get, what's it called? You can get like a Megaton Cannon or whatever and blow up the field. There are honestly a lot of options. But we'll see what happens. Right now, we're going to go with Silent Dew. What? Alright, well, it looks like that's a loss. I'm going to let them know it's a loss. And let's go ahead and go. Honestly, they did tell me in the Discord chat that their hand was just a little bit of stall, but they actually had nothing. They could, like, set Neos, but they had no Neospatians to work with. And let's go ahead and get this duel started. So, let's see what they try to do this time. And let's see. So Yusei Fudo is going to start off our second duel. Shmaden Shmuki might be in a little bit of trouble. It's starting to feel like his second duel against Aster Phoenix, where he just shows up and is like, your elemental heroes are trash, dog, and just takes him out. Honestly, they do a lot in the show, don't they? They had their first duel, which is Aster not even using his real deck. The second duel is literally going to be... what was it? When he lost to Aster Phoenix's actual Elemental Hero deck and Destiny Hero deck. And then the third duel, Aster Phoenix was pretty much prepared. He thought he was going to kick Jaden's butt again. But Jaden threw out some freaking Neospatians at him and he didn't know what to do. Which is really ironic because in the AI duels and in these duels that I usually do, the Neospatians are a lot worse than the Elemental Heroes, which is funny. And the Evil Heroes. And, God, what was the other ones? Masked Heroes. I was like, I know this. I've seen them duel recently. Alright, Magical Stone Excavation. Okay, with Magical Stone Excavation, they can throw away some cards to bring back a spell card. Pot of Greed is a damn good spell card to bring back, especially when you have monsters in the grave, putting monsters in the grave that you don't even really care about. And let's see what happens. Okay, they got nothing for him. And Clock Tower Prison goes to number 2. So, let's see if Aster Phoenix can win this duel simply, or if Shmaden Shmuki here, our buddy Paul, has a combo waiting. All they really need to do is get out a fusion of some sort, or, okay, well, there's, yep, King of the Swamps. I was just talking about fusion. There you go. Pull off one of them. There you go. Okay. Shmaden Shmuki is done playing around, and they're going to summon Necroid Shaman, which is a funny card because now it will pop a monster, which it got rid of Defender, and it gets to pick a different monster to summon. And Defender in attack mode it is. Alright. I like it. And just like that, Dark Catapulter is here, and the damage will be good, unless that trap does something. And there's the Flare Scarab, which will get buff for each of your opponent's spell and trap cards, which honestly is great, but is not the best. Yeah, Flare Scarab is one of the better ones, but your opponent doesn't currently have much back there. Aster Phoenix with an empty field is in a bit of trouble. Oh, does he have Destiny Signal? Nope, okay. Yeah, Aster Phoenix without a field is in a bit of trouble. There's not much to do. So, Necroid Shaman was a really good play, honestly. Getting rid of the defender and making it go into attack mode was pretty brutal. Dropping your opponent to half life points, using a monster with only 1900 attack. That was literally the perfect play. Great job, Shmaden Shmuki. So, let's see what... Monster Reborn on main phase 2 is disgusting, but maybe understandable if... Oh, wow, okay. You know what? I can understand that play now. A little weird. I would have done everything on main phase 1, but, you know, you didn't... You know what? Necro Shaman, you didn't know what you were destroying. If it was Diamond Dude, maybe I would have stolen that as well to try and get its effect off. So, I'm going to give you a bit of a break. Still upset, because I'm a little triggered whenever I see main phase 2 Monster Reborns after, you know, the AI duels. Unless you're literally taking a monster from your opponent's graveyard that could make them come back if they were to Monster Reborn it themselves. And Destiny Hero Duel can stall for just a second by getting rid of that card, which they do just need to stall for a second, because if they could survive for one more turn, they will be immune to damage. Because look, they're already at 3 counters. So, if you do not win this turn, Paul, your opponent will be immune to damage unless you MST that Clock Tower Prison. You have to win on this turn. And I don't think Aqua Dolphin's going to get you there. If I'm being 100% honest. And Fusion Gate is gone. I see Dreadmaster, I see 2 spell cards, and you take 500 damage. Yep. As I said before, I think you're just going to die. Your opponent having this back row is going to screw you. But it's funny to see that your opponent's hand is a brick. And honestly, I would have tried to do as much damage as possible. That way, if I had any burn damage, I could try to win that way. Which means I would have put Disc Commander in attack mode. Simply because you will no longer be able to do damage. You have run out of time. Aster Phoenix managed to pull... What? You didn't attack with Dark Catapulter. What? Why? Why? You're just making this duel way harder on yourself. Oh my god. I do not understand your plays there, Paul, but you know what? I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt and maybe just assume that you're ignoring the field spell, not realizing that its effect doesn't truly activate until after 4 counters, but we will find out very soon. If you would try to attack Yusei directly, or Aster Phoenix directly, and you realize, oh wait, why am I not doing damage? Then you will know. You will know your mistake. But we already saw Yusei's hand. Unless they drew a monster right now, there's not really much they can do. But they survived long enough. Well, Fusion Sage, why not? But they survived long enough, so nothing wrong with that. You could just, you know, just chill. You don't need to worry about nothing. Alright, and Dark Catapulter in defense mode may get its counter, but what does that matter at the moment? In fact, what does it do again? Let me find out. You can banish this card in your graveyard equals the number of counters on this card, then target this many spell and track cards on field, destroy them, remove all. You see, that was a little too late. I understand that idea now, but it's a little too late to destroy Clock Tower. And honestly, I don't know if... Okay, I'm really starting to believe you don't know what Clock Tower does. I'm starting to believe that. Okay, now I'm starting to believe you do know what Clock Tower does. Alright, so you do know what Clock Tower does, you just didn't destroy it earlier. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. I will live with your choices. But let's see if Aster Phoenix enjoys your choices, because now they get to chill. Until their Clock Tower is dead, they are immune to battle damage. And Necroid Shaman does come back, which is nice, but it's not going to do much. And what do you do now? Because you could destroy Clock Tower Prison, but then you got to deal with the monster himself, Dreadmaster, which is, you know, a problem. But I don't know what you want to do there, Paul. The longer you wait, the more chance you have of getting a better monster, maybe, but Also, the longer you wait, the more chance your opponent has of drawing a different combo. Because they don't need Dreadmaster to beat you. They have Dogma. They have Plasma. They have monsters that are way above the league of what you're thinking of. Dreadmaster's just nice. You know, he's a fun guy to have. He is not a win condition in this case. Although he has stopped you from attacking. So, good luck to you. Alright, so with all these cards in hand, Yusei's really thinking. We know one of those cards is a complete brick since it's Dreadmaster himself. That's a card you wish would stay in your deck, kind of like a Metal Zoa or a Red Eyes Black Metal, Red Eyes Black Metal Dragon. And just ending your phase because you know you're completely safe, and you're willing to MST on the end phase, which means now you're willing to deal with Dreadmaster. Interesting. If you're willing to deal with Dreadmaster now, that better mean you have a combo in your hand that I don't even know about. Alright. Clock Tower Prison dies. Dreadmaster is special summon, who has an effect that can special summon more monsters. Let's see. You can summon up to 2 Destiny Hero monsters from your graveyard. Let's see your best choices. Your best choices would be Celestial and sadly Doomlord. You could go for Defender if you want to play a defensive strategy, but the monsters you had in your graveyard were not great. Doomlord and Celestial are your best options. I was correct. 2200 attack is enough to deal with what your opponent has now, but you're only going to get weaker, so we'll see what happens. Overall, good play from Paul so far. The question is, what will Paul do? Are we going to... Okay. Do you have another monster, Paul? Because honestly, right now you can't destroy... Well, you could destroy them all, aren't you? Honestly. Yeah, go in there, Paul. Have fun. Go to town on Dreadmaster. Necro Shaman will deal with the powerful Celestial. I would have killed Doomlord first, but whatever. That's just me and my brain, the way it wants to kill things. You are the only one that could destroy that. And Doomlord, Destiny Hero Dreadmaster looks like a pathetic monster now, but it did stall for 1 turn. That did buy Yusei Fudo 1 turn, or Aster Phoenix 1 turn, to make a comeback play. Alright. So, let's see what you got. What can you do now? Oh, well, we're going to go ahead and take another peek at the hand, aren't we? Alright, our Righteous Justice. 2 Polys! Oh! Talk about... Oh my god, that hand is ass! That hand is ass. Alright, that is just pathetic. That is just pathetic. Alright, well, you say you have some life points left, but we'll see how you do. We will see. Honestly, I don't know what you could top deck other than maybe Defender. If you have another one, that's your only chance. We already saw your hand. There is nothing in there that actually will save you. 2 Polys is just pathetic, honestly. But we'll see. I guess Clayman could also help you in this case, yeah? Okay, you drew something. Let's see it work. Misfortune, okay. And your opponent takes some burn damage, but I don't think they care. Okay, and let's see. Will Shmaden Shmuki be able to take out Aster Phoenix in game number 2? Alright, Paul, do you have a monster? Do you have Neos in your hand? That is the one monster that can overpower. Yep, there. Oh, Blade Edge. That is way better than Neos. All right, Blade Edge will do piercing damage, guaranteeing a victory unless they drew Defender. That is not Defender. That is Blade Master, and there we go. Shmaden Shmuki has won duel number 2. Which is ironic, because you would think he would win duel number 1, then lose duel number 2, and then win duel number 3, just like in the anime. But that is not possible. Alright, here we go, guys. Game number 3. Shmaden versus Aster Phoenix. I'm pretty excited. Both duelists have summoned some of their coolest monsters so far. We saw Dreadmaster, we saw Dogma, we saw Necroid Shaman, we saw Blade Edge. Yeah, for now, that's it. There's still more to come. Neo Aqua Dolphin again? Are you kidding me? All right, and we get to see their hand, and that's a crap hand. Like, no offense, but that hand is ass. Like, literally ass. Sorry to be you. I actually pity you. If you don't draw a monster, I'm going to really pity you. At least you can get your Clock Tower Prism, which puts your opponent on a freaking... yeah, puts your opponent on a time limit, but... I don't know what to tell you. That hand is just disgusting. Literally nothing in that hand is going to help you. All Aqua Dolphin showed us was how sad your situation is. Granted, if you draw one defender, you'll be able to stall out long enough. And your opponent just might not draw a good monster. So look what they have right now. That's really weak monsters. As long as they have these super weak monsters, there's nothing they can do against you. Aqua Dolphin, sure, they'll attack you, but what else are they going to do? Flare Scarab, it's okay attack points. What is that, Horn Imp? It has Horn Imp attack points. Does that even matter? Like, you need some beaters. Where's your Wild Edge? Where's your Blade Edge? Get Blade Edge out here. Hell, I'll even take Neos at this point. Okay, now you're getting a little tougher. Okay, I like that attack stat now. All of a sudden, I'm a big fan. Clock Tower has made it to 2 counters, but that is not enough. Granted, your life points have not dropped too harshly, but you did just play a new trap card, which makes it so you... Oh, wow. Shmaden Shmuki does not have a third card to deal with this problem, which is really depressing. But do you want to activate a trap card on Flare Scarab? That's the real question. I mean, why even set a card if you know you're going to have to take more damage? All right. Well, you drop below half now, so that's not good. And that was thanks to luck that your opponent didn't draw a third monster. If they had a third monster, this would really would have hurt, especially if it was Wild Edge. Or Wild Heart. So let's see what you got. And another brick. Aster Phoenix, the king of bricks, is in trouble. Now, you need to win on this turn, Paul, so you better draw another monster or else you won't. Oh, well, there's Wild. I was just talking about you. It might be a little too little, but we'll see. Aqua Dolphin, throw away Neos. I like this play. And that hand is ass again. Nothing in that hand is worth dealing with. And unless you have Oversoul, your opponent will survive. I think. Yeah, 33. Oh, wait, nope, that's 3,200? 3,300? What's my brain doing? Yep, 3,200, yeah. Which is just enough. It's literally just enough. And just like that, Aster Phoenix, we saw your hand. We understand your pain. You are out of here. Shmaden Shmuki with a miracle run is going all the way to round number 3. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you in the next one.